Hi, I'm Ginger, and welcome again to Living Proof Learning Series. The idea here is to present some different topics that are probably common to all of us, and maybe be able to have a different point of view about it so that we can get through it, past it, and keep on going, getting better and better, and really not look back so much anymore, which is really kind of playing right into the topic today, which is, why does it seem like I'm still working on my issues? Such a common word, issues. She has issues, he has issues, they have issues. After all, that's my family's issues. And we can go round and round. So much so that it seems like if we don't have issues, there's something wrong with us. It's like we're always working on something. And then even in that process, when we're well-intended, that we want to be able to become more positive and grounded in ourselves. We want to evolve. We want to become more lighthearted, more open to the goodness that God created us to have. We can get snagged. So even with the best of intentions, it can very often seem something all of a sudden creeps up and like a shoestring tackle just goes whoop, here it comes again. Same problem with weight, same problem with smoking, same problem in relationships, same anger issues, authority issues, control issues, compulsiveness. And the list could certainly go on and on. What if issues aren't really issues? That's the perspective that I'd like to take. So let's paint a picture. Here's what happens. Something comes into our life, we respond, we get in the habit of responding in a certain way that makes us feel weak or weakened, powerless, insecure, not enough. Fear of rejection comes in, fear of failure comes in, and it seems like this person, place, or thing, like we said, it could be eating and drinking and smoking and chocolate and whatever, shopping, that becomes the issue that has a seeming power over us. So this situation, this circumstance comes to us, and then we respond, and you'll notice that you have like a split where your mind knows this is the higher thing to do, this would be better for me to do, and yet you might even do that for a couple of days or even a couple of weeks in a row or even a certain time frame, and then boom, the issues come back in again. I've certainly seen it. You probably have seen it too. Most common smoking habits, weight habits. People can go a long time and not smoke, pick up one cigarette, downhill after that. They're good. They're changing nutrition. They're exercising, feeling great, liking the way the camera's picking them up. All that really good, groovy stuff. And then there's a party, and then there's dipping in the artichoke stuff, and we're, oh, that was good, and boom. Next day, it's like, oh, I can have that, and I can have that, and before you know it, whatever it was that seemed to have floated off of your body now is kind of back on again. Well, here's what I really believe about issues. I don't think they're problems at all. And I'd like to give the analogy of a camera and how a camera works. What I believe is that an issue is a reflection of ourselves at a version of ourselves that we are not really so completely aware of. So imagine your mind and self-image is the film, and your brain is projecting the image out onto the world, and the world, your reality, then becomes the canvas, the plasma screen that the picture image is being projected onto. So I have this picture, and I have this concept of myself that I may or may not be aware of, and it gets projected. So I'm looking through a lens of who I think I am as opposed to who I really am. That is really the split. And subconsciously I'm hinting at it because here's, oh, I want to do better, this is really better for me, I wish I could stay to this, and then we drop down. The reason why we drop down is not because we don't have the power or the knowledge to stay in this higher-minded position of ourselves. It's because we're trying to fix the film by erasing the image that's on the TV screen. So the real issue is not erasing the image out here. There's nothing to change out here. We're trying to fix a circumstance when we're trying to fix something on the outside of us. The real issue is go back and change the film. Change the film in here. Now, a lot of times we try to correct the film. What we really need to do is have it erased and deleted, and there's where we don't know how to do it. So here comes the remedy. What I need to do is understand if a circumstance comes up that we're calling an issue, to reframe it and now understand that it is something called the lesson of contrast. There is nothing wrong with me. It is simply that by contrast, this lower version of myself is showing me, do you really want to be this? Or do you want to be your higher self? Do you want to be this fear-based self? Or do you want to be this love and freedom, success-based self? I need the issue to bring the contrast to me. Without the contrast, I won't be able to exercise the greatest gift I have, and that's free will. So if I reframe this whole thing, I don't really have issues. The issue is just a picture of me that's less than the real me. And the lesser picture of me is coming to me to give me the lesson of contrast again. When I get the lesson of contrast, which by the way is going to be ongoing for the rest of my life, when I get that lesson of contrast, I am now back in the position of power. Because I can go, I don't like the way this feels. That's where I get to correct it. Instead of correcting the image, forget that. It doesn't work. You probably tried it. It doesn't work. Go back to what feels good. What version of me feels really me? Does this self, lower, insecure, whatever I'm wrapped up in, self, does that feel me? Does that make me feel good waking up in the morning and going to sleep at night? Or does this other image, me, free to be me, creating, happy, in my groove, in my zone, strutting my stuff, does that one feel good? As soon as I can come back to the feeling, I got the lesson of contrast. Then I stop fixing this. Don't fix the lesser. Trash it. Delete, delete, delete. It's like spiritual waste management. When you have garbage, you don't go picking through the garbage and trying to make it a meal again. You just kick it to the curb. When I come to that lesson of contrast and I realize I don't like the way this feels. Good. Now you're at the throttle. Now you came back home to the power of free will, and you can turn all of your energy into this version of yourself. Here's the next step. Stay on a new film altogether. How does this feel? I want to feel my best. I want to look at an image of myself. I want to make a movie, literally, a movie in my mind every night before I go to sleep. And the first thing when I awaken, this is the real me. And those are the words I want you to use. This is the real me. This is the real me. This is the way I want to feel. And then see it. Make it animated. Sparkle it up. Juice it up. Frame it all up in lots of glitter. And then stay on that. And then the second part of staying in this real version of me at my best is absolutely without a doubt. Pay attention to your language and don't trash talk yourself. It is the worst crippling thing you could do. It puts you right into that heap of garbage where you don't belong. Trash talk makes you garbage. You don't feel so good. Stop it. Just stop it. Don't analyze it. Don't go back to it. Nothing. just stop it. Talk right over it. I am getting better and better. I am calm and confident. I am lifting myself every day. I am desiring, believing, and expect all good things to happen, and they do. And they do! Exclamation point. Look in the mirror and smile and say, go get 'em, girl. Or boy. Do it every day. Do it every day. Stay in this image of, this is how I want to feel. This is how I want to feel. And make that movie in your mind as you go to sleep and before you even get out of bed. And then check yourself during the day. Self-talk. Self-talk is absolutely the cornerstone of this. When something comes up that seems to be a negative glitch, please, please, please do not call it my issue. It is a gift. It's a lesson of contrast. Without a lesson of contrast, we can't see both sides of the coin to come back to the power throttle of free will and then choose again to always be the ongoing, evolving, becoming a better version of self every day in every way. Bless your issues. They're just images of yourself reaffirming you don't want to feel like that. So don't. Don't pick in the garbage. Kick it to the curb. Don't trash talk. Kick it to the curb. Positive, positive, positive. Sparkle every day. Allow the first thing that you say to yourself in the morning to be very, very enhancing and enlightening. Allow yourself to say the last thing that, and as you go into sleep, grateful, happy. That's how you will be this ongoing masterpiece in progress, an ongoing becoming. It is what God intended, that they should have life and have it abundantly. Speak from your true self. Choose from that power self, and you'll get it. No more trash talk. No more picking in the garbage. Kick it to the curb. Evolve better. Better starts with the picture in your mind, and then as you speak, you can't lose. You were made to win. You were made to win. You are already the winner. Thank you, and have a great day.